How are y'all doing, man? It's the day after the 4th. I hope you all had a great holiday, had fun. All right, you all see the title. I'm not gonna waste any time and get right into it. I don't think I've done a video like this where, top 5 is top 10 that. Maybe I have, but I don't think I've done it as far as like the mods and like cheap mods and stuff like that. So we'll get right into it. All right, let's start here. First thing first, I'm gonna start at the back of the car. The first mod that will probably be helpful power-wise is putting a rear gear in the car. So a ring and pinion, I would say, I don't know, it really depends on how you would like to drive the car and for it to perform. So Rolls has a 373, and if you watch some of my previous videos, then you should know how the car performs really. But I put a clip in there just to show you how a 373 does, and just to give you a little background on this car. This car is a built 306 with aluminum rods, DSS pistons, trick flow top end with a nitrous comp cam. Back in the day, when people first bought these cars, first thing they would do is put a gear in the car, especially if they didn't have the funds to do like an engine build or heads and cam package and stuff like that. Number 1, rear gears. Okay, next, number 2, mufflers. Mufflers are fairly cheap, I would say. Depends on where you want to get them from, new or old. You can go to Marketplace, or you can just get them from anyone online like Illamar, CJ Pony Parts, American Muscle, stuff like that. I think my favorite all-time muffler would be Mac, and I can't really say I can recommend those because they don't make them anymore. So I think the closest muffler to that is a Spintech 6000. The 9000 is a little different, I believe, but also you can never go wrong with Flowmaster. I can't think of the muffler name, but I'll put the name in the video. But they sound pretty good. I don't think on the stock car they sound as good, as much as like a car with a camshaft and all that stuff. Number 3, cup holders. All right, this right here came from Illamar. It was probably about 160 or something like that. I've had it for a few years, so I really can't remember. But this one This one specifically came with these charging ports right here. So you can get those with this or without it. And it also, this is the latest one. It came with a boot also. This next one is really an expensive one, but it's pretty good for how much you pay for it, so I'm gonna put it in there anyway. Okay. So a top end kit for a small block Ford. First, let me say, when I first put heads and cam in this car, I did not expect for the car to perform the way that it did, and I was just surprised. I went from, I don't know, 225 to the crank to like 370, and that did a lot with just heads and cams. So what I had first was a top end kit with like the basic top end kit, trick flow 170 head, trick flow stage 1 cam, just the whole thing. But now basically the only thing different with my setup now is that I have a bigger camshaft, and that it's now a 306 instead of a 302. Number 5, if you are putting a top end kit on the car, then you might as well put a set of headers on it. Also, I will say, I don't think they sell top end kits anymore. You have to buy it in pieces, but years ago, you used to be able to just buy all of this for like $2,000, if I'm not mistaken. But now $2,000 only gets you a set of heads. So that just goes to show, how much prices have changed over the years. Guys, I'm gonna throw a few extra ones in there just because I know there's so much more you can do to these cars. Number 6, so if you have a concern for ride quality, then it's probably not the mod for you really. But number 6, lowering your car, lowering springs, front and back. Since I've lowered this car, and I'm gonna be honest, this car does not really ride good at all. And it has to do with me lowering it. And I've heard people say this combination of lowering and putting a set of 17-inch wheels on the car is really not a good combination. Don't get me wrong, it looks good, but like I said, if you're so much concerned about the ride quality, it's really not the mod you want to be doing. This next mod will be for the people who has a mild engine and you're trying to get all of the free power you can get out of it. Well, not free. If you remove the fan clutch on it, then that actually frees up power. I'm not sure if it's so much that you can feel a difference, maybe, but if you take away that fan clutch and put electric fans on the car, that frees up power for it. And with those electric fans, you probably might as well just buy an aluminum radiator. Some people don't, and really that's okay, but it's really sometimes just really for the aesthetics. All right, last one. So the last one is gonna be a mid pipe. So as you know, the two famous ones are the X pipe and the H pipe. So the X pipe, in my opinion, gives you more of a range per se, and the H pipe is more restricted, but it also sounds good. So if you're looking for something that's not gonna be so loud, maybe, then you probably want to go with the H pipe. But if you're looking for something like like rasp and stuff like that, then you probably want to go with the X pipe. All right, that'll be it for the top 5 or 7 mods for a Fox body, in my opinion. So leave comments on what you think good mods are for these cars, and we'll talk about it. All right, thank you all for watching. More content coming soon. Please subscribe.